Hey guys, I have a special recipe for you, whole wheat bread. We actually grind our own wheat. We use a cup of water, a half a cup of soy milk, plain high protein soy milk. We add about a teaspoon of salt just to give it a little bit of flavor. This is not by any means too much salt because it'll be a 2-pound loaf of bread we're making. A tablespoon full of honey. Again, this will give it a slightly sweet taste, but it'll more importantly help the yeast raise the bread, and a couple of tablespoons of margarine. Smart Balance margarine. Again, this will make the bread more soft. You can put less if you want. But again, this is a 2-pound loaf of bread. This is a big bread making machine we are using. And here we add the flour. This is freshly ground flour from wheat that we buy from our region here in the Pacific Northwest. We grind it on the spot. It's super fresh. And you need about 4.5 cups at our altitude for the amount of liquid that we use. The proportion between the liquid and the flour and other ingredients varies depending on the altitude, humidity, and your climate. So the amounts that work for us may not work for you. You have to check. This is a fun process. I like to do this with my son. He absolutely enjoys helping me do this and grind the flour. And it can be a nice family experience. We use a rapid setting on the bread making machine, so it only takes about a couple of hours to get the whole thing done. Now, when you finish pouring the flour, you want to spread it out on the top of the ball here so no liquid stays. And we use a couple of packets of rapid rise instant yeast for bread making. We just pour it on top of the flour there, and importantly 4 tablespoons of gluten flour. This is high protein from wheat. Obviously for those who are gluten intolerant, this is not going to work, so I don't expect that this will fit 100% of people. But if you don't have a problem with gluten, adding gluten, which is already present in whole wheat flour, but will give it a nuttier taste and will increase the protein content. Here as we put it into the Zojirushi bread making machine. This is a larger size 2-pound 2 mixing blades machine. We use the rapid whole wheat bread number 10 course on this particular model, and like I said, it takes about a couple of hours. And here's the final product, my friend. I will put a link in the link tree that is present on my TikTok profile where you can get this machine. It's fabulous. It has a heating element on the top as well as on the bottom. It makes the bread look and rise uniformly and cook thoroughly throughout. You don't get those breads that collapse on themselves at the very end and you feel like you wasted your effort. Look at this, the color and the smell. I wish you guys could smell this thing. It's absolutely fabulous. And you can cut it hot off the machine. We didn't have patience here to wait for it to cool down. And with a good bread cutting knife, which I'm going to link in my Linktree profile off of Amazon also if you want to try it, you can cut it nice, smooth slices, and man, does it taste good. It's absolutely amazing.